we registered first, and they all distributed us here. They don't want to participate everyone, which is very familiar to each one of us. So it's very nice to go inside and see what we. So we are entering now this for the symposium. Also at the start of the hello, very nice to meet you. And we got Amruta here. Also we got such a beautiful selfie stick to shoot everything here. So Priya is here and Aditya Rajan from Dish Council. So in a certain time they will take this plenary session in this Ajanta hall. I am also there. So just Devdas is coming here.
Before we begin, we have some emergency and safety instructions in the event of evacuation. You need to exit from this room and go out of the building through the entry point, and we also have an emergency exit in the left wing of the building. And the assembly point will be the open ground in front of the Very College. So, welcome back. Let's mark the beginning of this event by lighting the lamp. I request Ms. Malvika Jha, Assistant Manager, TATA Trust, Dr. Subhash Kambre, Director, Regional Academic Authority, Aurangabad, Mr. Duncan Wilson, Director, Schools English and Skills, British Council, Urvi Shah, Head, School English and Skills, British Council, Ms. Gauri Puranik, Assistant Director, Schools Skills and English, British Council, and Mr. Rustom Modi, Senior Academic Manager, British Council. We request you to please come forward and light the lamp.
That's very nice actually, lighting the lamp. They know us better. They ruled us for 50 years. So currently I am not taking the photo, I am taking the video.
Now, on behalf of the Regional Academic Authority, Aurangabad and British Council, Urvi will welcome our esteemed guest. Now, we welcome Mr. Subhash Kambre, Director, Regional Academic Authority, Aurangabad.
It's a treasure bag. There would be something.
Now, we welcome Ms. Malvika Jha, Assistant Manager, Education, TATA Trust.
So three are from three representatives from Maharashtra, TATA and
Now, we welcome Mr. Duncan Wilson, Director, Schools, English and Skills, British Council.
Yes, they are taking.
Now,
Actually, लोगों फोटो खूब काटते.
now we welcome Ms. Gauri Puranik, Assistant Director, Schools, English and Skills, British Council. And we also want like to extend a warm welcome to Ms. Alagnanda Sanap. Ms. Alagnanda Sanap is a senior researcher, Center of Development Research, TATA Trust. was associated with TEJAS at the time of its inception. Thank you.
Today's TEJAS Year 2 Symposium, Priya Iyer and Tausif did a very good job as a host. They did everything in a very comic role, and also they played the role of Asha, the first TEJAS tag member, and they cleared the idea of all the participants in this symposium. After the inauguration of this symposium Year 2, so the first session is about the plenary session, which is conducted by Aditya Rajan, who is the best inspirator, best teacher, the person who landed on all the continents, as Priya Iyer said. So he is coming up with the session that is reflecting on the reflection. So this is the first session for this today's symposium program. So we are all very eager to hear from Aditya, and it's very important session because reflection is the most important part of life, and it's about the learning. So learning process cannot be completed without reflection.
Right. So you make notes, but you draw as well. So here are some examples of reflections from teachers who used Sketchnote. This particular teacher is thinking about how she can record students more effectively and use that in some way. That particular teacher is thinking about how to make her classroom more innovative. And this teacher is looking at different ways that she can use social media with her students. And you don't need to be very good at drawing. And I want to prove this to all of you, because we're going to do some sketchnoting now. So here's a sketchnote glossary to give you some ideas, but you don't have to use any of these. You can use your own as well. The idea is to communicate whatever you want visually. So here are two questions I'd like you to sketchnote. If you're a tag coordinator, how could you have made your last tag meeting more effective? That's your question. If you're a teacher, how could you have contributed more to your last tag meeting? Think about these two questions, and maybe you could use this as your frame, which is a path that leads you to the horizon, and that's a rising sun, or it's a journey that's taking you somewhere, or it's a wall that you're going to cross. And then think about how you can use some of these elements to do your sketch note. Okay? We don't have too much time for this, so 2 minutes working with your partner, and I'll come and help you. Please reflect using these two questions. Your issue, why are my students not speaking in English? And then you think about the causes and your observations against each. And then based on your analysis, you can come up with a solution. So this is just the reflection part of it. Okay, those are business and management tools. Social media, I know many of you are sharing lots on social media. Very happy to see the videos, pictures of your classroom that are being shared, etc. But also think about going beyond describing, because describing is still recording. And we said learning is recording plus reflecting, to actually reflecting. So here are some ways you can upgrade what you do on social media. You could post a picture of your classroom, describe what you see, and what you don't see that you'd like to do. Think about one digital tool you'd like to try and what you hope to see from using this. You can just write 3 sentences in Facebook about that. That's enough. You could say what you've changed in your teaching since the start of the school year, and you could write in Facebook about that. Very simple. You could also experiment with taking pictures of, for example, your board work. This is a very interesting reflection strategy that teachers on Twitter are using, called ELT Whiteboard or ELT Blackboard. Many of us have struggled to improve our Blackboard skills. I still struggle. It's a good idea to take a picture on your mobile of your Blackboard after the lesson is over, and then on Twitter you tweet it with the hashtag ELT Blackboard, and you make a comment about it. So that's a very quick way for you to reflect on how you're actually using your Blackboard. Is it effective? How do you want to change it? And if you click on ELT Blackboard, you will find hundreds of Blackboards from teachers from around the world, and you can get ideas from them. So it becomes more collaborative as well. Finally, if you don't like writing, you can make a poster. And you don't have to make a poster the way your students make posters. You can put it on your mobile phone. And one app I recommend is Canva. It's a very small download. Once you download it, you can actually make posts like this, which you can then share in WhatsApp and then share in Facebook as well. So you could potentially put a picture which is relevant from your classroom, and then you have, for example, some writing here about what's going on, and that could also become a reflection for you. Many teachers like to record their reflections. I used to be scared of seeing myself on video, but see what's happening. But I think it's a good way to actually record, share, and also get connected with people. So I started using YouTube, that's one way. But I think Facebook has a lovely video feature as well, and very quick. And you can record 1 minute videos. Don't do long videos, no one will watch them. Do 1 minute videos. Quickly reflect and share that. And remember, don't just describe, but go beyond that by evaluating and analyzing as well. This is a lovely app available for Android phones called Quick, and it's free. You can make a video and you can do cool things with it, like editing effects and put text on it and so on. So that's another way of making your reflection more interesting. Finally, we have digital tools. Nissa is going to take you through, I think, Padlet and how you could use that more effectively. It's going to be a very interesting session today. But these are 3 tools I'd like to quickly tell you about. The first one is Penzu. You don't like writing things, as in handwriting things, maybe you can type them. Penzu is a journal that sits on your phone. It's a private journal, and you can record your reflections in there. The great thing is you can also take pictures and save them, so it becomes an actual photographic record of what's happening in your life as a teacher. The other one is OneNote. OneNote is free for mobile phones, although it's paid for laptops. The beauty of OneNote is it transforms handwriting into text. So you could write on your phone, even with your finger, and it'll transform it into text. Now, that's a great way for you to reflect and also make sure the reflection is in a form that other people can read it. So if your handwriting is poor like mine. The last app is called Evernote. It's a free app. The lovely thing about Evernote is it's got something called a voice note. If you download Evernote and click on the voice note, you can record yourself. For example, today I found my students were very bored in class. I think it's because I just used the textbook. Next time I'm going to, maybe reflect it. And then it says convert to text. You click on it, it'll convert it into text. Wow. No need to write. Just speak. They still haven't cracked our Indian accent yet. So sometimes it might misunderstand a few words, but generally it's okay. So that's something that you can try, and all of these are free apps. So bringing all this back finally to TEJAS and the kind of reflection you do in TEJAS. We do have a reflection action planning sheet. Think about the techniques I've shared with you as one step before this, because you're not sure of the ideas you should put in there. You can use any technique that works for you, collect the ideas, and then it can go into this particular sheet. So think about how you can do this more regularly and meaningfully as well. And if you'd like more techniques on reflection, we welcome you to join the Becoming a Better Teacher massive open online course. I know some of you have done it. Can you raise your hand? Okay, quite a few of you. Very nice. Good. If you haven't done this course, or if you did not complete this course, please sign up. We're starting this Monday, and that is the link for signing up. And you'll get to interact with tutors, educators from the British Council. I'm also on that course. And you'll meet thousands of teachers from around the world who share and who grow and develop with you. And we of course talk through different reflection techniques as well. So I'd like to end with a quote. It's a quote that I really like. The more reflective you are, the more effective. I'm sorry, there's a mistake there. Actually, more effective you are. So if I go back now to thinking about reflection, we can just do reflection as a tick in the box. or we can do real reflection that changes us as teachers. And I'm sure all of us want to always grow and develop as teachers, and reflection is key to that. So I wish you all success, and I hope you'll keep reflecting meaningfully and regularly on transforming your schools, your students, and your communities. Thank you very much.
Okay, Aditya, thank you very much. That was a very, very entertaining and enjoyable session. So, clap for that. I'm just going to promote the MOOC, the Maths Open Online course. It's a brilliant course. It's the second time, I think the third time we've run it. We currently have 7,000 teachers signed up to it, and our target is 10,000 teachers. So please sign up yourselves and please promote it to any teachers that you know. It's great fun. It's very easy. You don't really have to do much. You just watch, listen, you can write things. It's not hard work. It does need connectivity, but it's a great course, and I encourage you to sign up for that. So thank you very much for that great session.
Thank you, Aditya. I think that that was a plethora of ideas, right?
Yeah.
Practical, relevant, and useful. And I think that's one area that we really need to work towards on the project. So I'm sure all of us are not now going to just use reflection as a tick in the box, but we're going to really reflect. Are we? Yeah.